To me, our job though, this is why the nation is birthed through education. Our first institution is school, education. You know, if we don't teach people to be creative, they can't value creativity, they can't value creations, they can't value the creator. You know what I'm saying? And the mystery God only helps be out of touch with creativity. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that the mystery God makes. You only need to be creative to get the results out of it. And then if you tap in, people that are creative though, they continually give the credit to the mystery God. Mm-hmm. You know, I just tapped in and shit like that. I just tapped in. And to me, that's the biggest bullshit, because you're actually going through a specific mode to get into the vein, to that zone, you know? And there are books, there's actually very old books I've collected. You know, like books when you collect them and they're mad old and they're out of print and shit? about sports, not about other shit. But there are a lot of books about the science of sports and the zone. But that shit is universal, the zone. Because you know, I know you've written things. You had to have written songs that you were in the fucking zone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That mindset song definitely was zone.
Peace.
You know? And you with the beats, there's beats. I was like, yo, he's in the zone. And the zone is something where you're thinking, you're so in touch with what you know. It's really a fabric of what you know, that you're ahead of what you're going to do with it. And so everything is coming together. All the pieces are coming together. In sports, you see it because, like a Jordan, first of all, he practiced so much. He's so in shape. He's such an exceptional athletic figure. But then now he knows exactly what he's going to do. So his choices are ahead of everybody else's choices. And he's athletic enough to make the choices before someone else does. So now he's in the zone. You know, it's some ill shit. So the zone is really a mindset and shit like that. That is, it's basically the thought process just moving faster. And so you feel like you're moving faster. It's crazy.
Yeah, so much so sometimes that it's like, it's automatic.
Yeah.
You know, it becomes,
right.
like
And when people get into a zone, they're constantly recreating it, but then they go, it's the mystery God. And that's why, like, in the history, of course, too, most of the people that create art, they're dying of drug use and things like that because they think that that's how you get into the zone.
Right.
Right?
Tap into the, like,
you have to tap into that and shit like
drug.
that.
So the drug becomes like a mystery God as well.
Yeah. But to me, we mentioned Coltrane, he's the greatest example of how that zone shit is all bullshit with the drugs. Because if you compare Bird and Parker, they were two obsessive musicians. They were obsessive. But Bird was always, he couldn't stop with the drugs, and that was obviously a part of the zone. But Coltrane got off drugs. He actually was doing drugs when he was with Miles in the beginning. And then he detoxed. But that's when he became a beast. So it was the obsessive practice and shit. We were saying he was training like 16 hours a day, they were saying. And just playing that much and shit like that, you know what I mean? And there's jazz records similar, but there's no records in jazz that are like tour de forces like that, where you just hear a guy going nuts for like that long, continuously, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
If Mecca did this.